Here's Wilkins on a drive, goes strong to the basket. Noguera wiped it out. Mad Ants on a counterattack. Crawford drops it for C.J. Fair, who dunks it! Oh, he went up there. Did he get up there? Wow! Bolden's the open man. Let's go the three. No. Mitchell on a rim wrecker! Look out! Tony Mitchell got up there where the air is rare. Mad Ants 38, Sevens 30. A long jumper is offline and the rebound goes to Bolden. Chest pass ahead. Noguera is wide open. Oh, and it won't come any easier than that. 108-106. Emmett driving. He's bumped. Puts it up. Scores! Scores! Incredible! Pump fake that went out front to Seeley. Stolen away. It's an open basket. What goes up must come down for Trey McKinney-Jones. He has 11. Now running up the floor, here is Waynes to the left hand down the lane. His shot was blocked by Noguera from behind. Mad Ants will run it out. An advance for Ramon Harris. Feeds it to Fair, down the lane, down the basket! Howard looking for the screen, gets it from Frisbee, pulls up, here he goes for the record. Got it! History! History in Fort Wayne! And a foul. The announcement is being made here. 2-point basket. You just saw and heard one of the great moments in NBA D-League history. The basketball is being taken out of the game. The bat faked him out a little bit. How about this? Well, as long as he stays way up near the top of the building, there won't be an issue. He's flying around the State Farm side. Perhaps he's checking out the great low rates at State Farm offers.
Like a good neighbor.
Yes, right. That's right. Like a good neighbor indeed. Well, it's been a strong first half, except for foul shooting. But somehow it hasn't raised its ugly head, although the Mad Ants are shooting under 50% from the foul line, 7 of 15. And, I've always kind of thought, I've seen some foul shooters who get a little angry when they shoot foul shots. I've always kind of liked that. The idea that a player wants to say, hey, you want to foul me? You want to put me on the line with nobody guarding me? I'm going to show you what it means when you put me on the line to shoot with nobody guarding me. Moses Malone was like that. You fouled him, he'd go to the line. Let me show you how it's done right here. You want to try it again? Go ahead. I'll hit you with 2 more. And he got the message across. He not only got the points in the basket, but he was a little bit, just a tiny bit of an angry foul shooter. And that focused him. And boy, late in games, he was an unbelievable foul shooter. Here's McCray down the lane, puts it off the glass, and then McCray scores his 3rd and 4th points of the ball game. It is now 58-46 Fort Wayne. The Sevens back on defense now. Same lineups that began the game. Jordan Crawford with it. It is fed medium post right. C.J. Fair with a running hook shot. Didn't go. Fair tried to tip it to the sideline. Went out of bounds, and the ball will go back over. And Delaware will bring it up the floor. Delaware with McCray, Rudd, and Gordon in the middle. The guards Kilpatrick and Seeley. McCray with it. He's bumped as he goes down the lane. Spun it up there. Noah tip is good. And it was Drew Gordon who followed on it. He now has a total of 7 in the ball game. He also has 7 rebounds to match that. Here is Bolden, a baseline jumper. Boy, you better stay up on him, Victor. Bolden drops it in. He has 17. Bolden knows how to put you just a little bit to sleep. Gordon on a 3 ball. Caromed out of there. And it'll be Crawford in the forecourt. A high screen. Pulls up, shoots it, hits it. Jordan Crawford now with a total of 8 points in the ball game. Here's a lob play. Nearly stolen away, but Victor Rudd claimed it back for Delaware. Now they'll go ahead and start running. Here's Victor Rudd. Look out! And there is a visit to Dunk City. Victor Rudd scoring on the down ball. He has a total of 4. Holden, high screen from Hyman. Ball's fed over, drive, Dre McKinney-Jones on the baseline. He scores the basket. He has 9. And that makes it 64-50 in favor of Fort Wayne. Rudd, pump fake that went out front to Seeley, stolen away. It's an open basket. What goes up must come down for Trey McKinney-Jones. He has 11. A wide open basket. They don't get any easier than that. The lead is now 16 for Fort Wayne, largest of the game. Ties the largest lead. Seeley, it goes to Rudd. Down the lane, he's bumped, throws it up against the glass. No. Drew Gordon tried for the rebound, but Hyman sealed him off. Bolden in the forecourt, a lob, and an easy dunk for C.J. Fair. And we're seeing the Fort Wayne Mad Ants dunk game tonight. They have their Dunkin' shoes on. All they need is some Dunkin' Donuts. Seeley near the foul line. 3 ball from the right wing, a glass banger by Kilpatrick. Mad Ants will run it out, leading by 18. Here's a drive by Crawford. He lays it up and in. Jordan Crawford now, as the Mad Ants build their lead up to 20 points. And there will be a timeout taken on the floor. Let's see, they're going to take a full one here. Coverage of the NBA Development League will continue from Fort Wayne. It's the Mad Ants 70, the Sevens 50. Very hard first half of play. Very well played by Iowa, who leads in the ball game 60-49. Bill Hazen back courtside, joined by Shovelin Jim. Jim Shovelin, indeed. Now, we saw a good first half, and I think Iowa came out very determined to not put their focus on the roster shortages. You can only play 5 at once, Jim. That's the reality of the game.
That's true. There's only one ball inbounds at a time.
Yep.
And the energy of just very balanced. 3 players with 11 points, 1 with 10, 7, 6, and 4 are the rest of the scoring of their 60 points. They're shooting 51.3% from the field. And interestingly enough, even better from behind the three-point line. They are 58.3% from behind the arc and hitting 81.3% of their free throws. 13 of 16 on the night for their 60 points. Now, on the other side of the scorecard, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants shooting over 50% from the field at 51.2, but just 4 of 14 from behind the three-point line, about 29%, and they've only been to the line 5 times. In fact, C.J. Fair is the only Mad Ant player to go to the free throw line. He is 3 for 5 on the night, giving the Mad Ants their 49 points. But Iowa playing very good ball, not turning the ball over a lot, and taking all kinds of advantage of their speed when the Mad Ants have that big lineup in of 7-foot Travis Hyman and Shane Whittington, 6'11".
Yeah, that is a big group. There's no question. Both of these teams, Jim, are coming off victories over Rio Grande Valley. The Mad Ants won at Rio Grande Valley on Saturday, and then the Vipers went up to Des Moines and lost on Tuesday night. That was a heck of a win, really, for Iowa. Very impressive. It looked to me, and I had a chance to watch a good part of that game, I got the impression that Iowa is really starting to put it together.
I think so, too, and I watched a little bit of it myself. Iowa now 13-12 on the season and authors of 3 wins in a row. Yep. So they're getting hot at the right time, coming out of the D-League showcase. And this second half of the season, if you will, it is such a tightly knotted race in that Central Division anyway that the Mad Ants are leading with a 17-11 record. But, as we said, the energy right there at 13-12 on the season.
I think this is a good object lesson in the way basketball is played in this league. Early in the season, the Mad Ants had an awful lot of NBA players who were sent on assignment here, and I think it created a situation where it was difficult because of the shortage of time with those players, the need for them to play. It was difficult to get the offense fully installed. I think Iowa had their own version of the same type of problem. A lot of teams, I think, in the league have. And now here we see the Mad Ants starting to put it together. I get the impression, maybe it's just me, I think the overall quality of play improves at this time of the year as teams get down to their basic stuff.
Yes, rosters get solidified, and players have been around long enough to buy into the system of the coach. In the D-League, most of the D-League teams, of course, are the primary affiliates of the parent club. Now, the Mad Ants, conversely, are with 13 different teams, so they're getting players from all over the NBA coming in and having to learn Connor Henry's system. Now, Iowa, with their Memphis affiliation, know what is expected of them when they come down the NBA assignment, so keeps a little continuity there as well.
Sure does. I think that's going to be a great relationship, Iowa and Memphis. Memphis has been so good in recent years, and I also think if you take a look at the brain trust there, they're very well aware of minor league basketball. They have been for many years. They have deep roots in it. And I think they have the type of organization where it's probably a little easier for them to find a player if they need one than it may be for some other teams who are more oriented strictly toward college and toward the traditional college route.
Well, and of course, one of Fort Wayne's favorites, Dwayne Tickner, former head coach of the Mad Ants with the Grizzlies now. He is a D-League veteran, knows he's been there, he's done that. He's seen the players, and he knows the roles that they can play at the NBA level.
Well, he certainly does, and I'll guarantee you, if he's not playing tonight, he's watching. I can tell you that, and that goes for his parents as well. Out in South Dakota, they used to watch, Jim, they used to watch all the time. It was great. I had an extra fan club out there. It was wonderful.
Yeah, if Coach Tickner's watching this evening, Coach Tick, hey, we love you here at Fort Wayne.
Oh, for sure. We sure do. And so there we have it. It's an 11-point ball game. Any impressions? What's it going to take for the Mad Ants to get back into this? Does Iowa have enough with the manpower they have to finish this deal?
See, and this is where the Mad Ants are going to have to make something happen in the third quarter because of the fact, and we've talked quite a bit about the fact that Iowa is shorthanded. These guys played a lot of minutes here in the first half. Now, can you wear them down? Will they get fatigued in the second half? We'll see, but if the Mad Ants can do that, if they can get a little transition, do a little running of the floor, we'll see if they can tire them out and maybe make a little bit of a comeback. We've seen several times already this season where the Mad Ants have staged a second half comeback and done it with a deep bench. They have a very deep roster. And, there's Will Sheehy, a former IU standout, hasn't gotten into the game yet tonight. He may see some action. We'll find out. But still, there's a lot of players on the bench, and this is a very deep club for Connor Henry.
All right, very good. We'll be coming back in a little bit. Coverage of the NBA Development League will continue from Fort Wayne. Halftime score, Energy 60, Mad Ants 49.